If what you're telling me is true, why did it take you 2 months to ask for the warranty information?
It took me that long to prepare the ground and get the pool assembled.
Just one question. You say that the defendant didn't offer you $300 when she pointed out the
No.
error?
Response to that?
Yes, please.
Oh, I absolutely had that talk. I had forgotten to take the water out of the pool. And so the next morning is when I was taking the water out of the pool, draining it, which is when I remembered the cut, because we don't see it. It's kind of up in the last 6 inches below the... So that's why when he arrived, he was already on his way. I told him as soon as he got there. It didn't make any sense that I would have waited to a second day and risked the pool being halfway disassembled and the decking being halfway disassembled and then finding out he doesn't want it. How does that make any sense at all? It just doesn't.
Okay, well, thank you both. We're going to deliberate now in your case.
Thank you.
This courtroom is now in recess. So now go ahead and exit.
So the plaintiffs stated that the only reason why they wanted to buy this pool was for this warranty.
False.
False, right? So you would think they'd be a little bit more careful about what they were purchasing and maybe look into those warranties. So I'm assuming that, yeah, there's some things that are covered, but they didn't know what things were covered, and they didn't use the due diligence to actually find those things out. And so when they went to go pick up this pool, before disassembling it, they noticed that there were some damages. And I guess they sort of, brushed that to the side because they were relying on this warranty. But now they want the full value of the pool that they paid for, $2,000, and in addition to thousands of dollars worth of items that came with the pool, they did have to buy a new liner. And I believe all of this could have been resolved if the defendant just would have conceded to that. It's only, $250. So I'm inclined to give the plaintiffs half of the cost for the liner.
Actually, you read my mind, but I want to hear what Judge Juarez
I don't believe for a second that they relied on the representation about the warranty, or that as they were disassembling it, they said, you know what, the warranty will fix it. Because if that's what happened, they would have been on the phone the next day. This was a big purchase. Calling the defendant, calling the warranty company, they would have been online.
I'm going to push back on that. But when you see Lifetime, right, they're thinking, at the moment, we have this pool, we disassembled it. Maybe they weren't prepared to actually put the pool together at that moment. When they were, that's when the issues came up for them. Oh, you know what? Let's call and inquire about these warranties.
But the only warranty that was lifetime was the liner. So I actually do agree. I might even give them the full cost of the liner back. But everything else, I think, is a no.
Yeah, I don't think they're entitled to $2,000 for the pool. They swam in it. But if you look at their text messages, their only concern was the liner. Only concern. I think her offer to pay half was a reasonable offer under the circumstances. I would give them $250. I wouldn't give them the full cost.
And I wouldn't give them the full cost only because I do believe the defendant had the conversation about the liner, did actually make an honest effort to return their $300 deposit, and I do believe that the plaintiffs declined that.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I'd only give them half.
Good.
Gosh, this is a tough one for me because although I really believe that the plaintiffs were not honest today, there is no doubt that this was a misleading advertisement, that there were warranties, and I think that's a problem. I think they are entitled to the full cost of a new liner.
But I didn't see anything in the evidence that indicated that she reiterated the contents of that advertisement, that there were warrants. She didn't do that. That's why I would give them half.
I will actually say I'm inclined to award the plaintiffs the full cost for the liner because in this advertisement, it specifically says lifetime liner warranty.
So you're going with
I'm inclined to go with the $560.
$560?
Yeah.
You're going with $560?
I am,
agree.
although I would...
And I dissent. As far as I'm concerned, I stick to my $250. I dissent.
Okay, so we have a
We have
verdict
a verdict.
and a
Yes, we
dissent.
do.